To some, working a 4-day work week is the future of work life in companies around the world. And if some international trials didn't sell you on the idea, the first ever 6-month trial in Africa might make you change your mind. 27 local companies took part in the trial that began in March, run by 4-day Week Global, in partnership with 4-day Week SA, as well as researchers from Boston College and Stellenbosch University Business School. So just how successful was the trial, and how did companies involved cope with one less workday? Well, on average, they even ended up making more money.
Productivity went up 49%, so reported productivity across the board. And what's important to note about the productivity, which is obviously your outputs, were maintained or improved, so in this instance improved, there was a 39% of the sample reported no change to the intensity of the work. So in other words, they weren't trying to work more hours in the 4 days that they were actually at work. And in fact, 25% of our sample reported a decrease in the intensity of work. So this really is a marker of efficiencies. So the productivity score is incredibly positive. And then rightly so, you pointed out the revenue growth, which if you took the 6 months period of the trial compared to the previous 6 months of the 2022 financial year, we saw an average revenue growth of 10.5% reported across the pilot participants.
So how does a 4-day work week even work? And what did the companies involved have to change to fit in with the trial? The 4-day work week program is based on the 100-80-100 model. This means 100% of the pay, 80% of the time, and 100% of the output. The model means that businesses can pick and choose how to use their time. While most companies involved do choose to take a Friday off, this trial isn't just about 4 working days. In fact, companies could choose to reduce their daily work hours by 20%, but continue to work 5-day weeks. The results of the 4-day week trial in South Africa showed that 92% of the companies that participated intend on continuing.
South Africa can really surprise people. I wasn't sure what these results were going to look like at all. I have no hand in the research at all. It was completely external with Stellenbosch Business School and Boston College in the US. So I was eagerly awaiting the results, just like everybody else. And indeed, we've shown very, very similar results to global pilots. And for a developing country with our magnitude of socioeconomic issues that we deal with on a daily basis, I really am proud of these 28 companies that have managed to successfully do the pilot.
470 employees participated in the trial, with 52% of participants in the Western Cape. Almost half of participants said their work ability increased, and 58% reported an increase in creativity. 51% said they would require a pay increase of between 21 to 50% to go back to a 5-day week at their next job. And a whopping 85% of employees want to continue the 4-day work week. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Andersen in Johannesburg.